People's Democratic Party has commended Monday's appeal court judgment, which reaffirmed the nomination of Asue Ighodalo as its candidate for the September 21 Edo governorship election. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Debo Ologunagba in Abuja, the party described the judgment as another momentous victory for democracy. The PDP also described it as a victory for the rule of law against anti-democratic forces that sought to undermine and trample on the will of the people of Edo, as symbolized by the candidacy of Ighodalo. It said, the appeal court judgment has again validated the credibility of the PDP nomination process, which produced Ighodalo as its candidate. The judgment effectively shut the mouths of purveyors of lies and falsehood, who were confused and frustrated by Ighodalo's soaring popularity and acceptance by the people of Edo. The spontaneous jubilation across Edo at the news of the judgment on Monday is a resounding testament of the overwhelming support of the majority of the people in the state for Ighodalo. This further signposts the forthcoming sweeping victory by Ighodalo, whose personality and manifesto embody the collective vision and aspiration of the people of Edo, the party said. The party advised the opposition parties in the state to read the handwriting on the wall and come to terms with the fact that the PDP was coasting to victory at the polls. Asim, you are from Edo State and well acquainted with the intrigues, the power plays, and the complexities of Edo politics. What is your take on this story, Asim?
Well, politicians talk from both sides of their mouths at times. And like a popular philosopher once said, he said, politics is the only profession where you lie, steal, confuse the people, and you don't go to jail. A simple thing that I found out in the Edo State is this: that politicians always seek the truth or say the truth whenever it is convenient for them. Is it not them, the PDP praising the judiciary for the past, 3 days now? They said judiciary is the best. That is the national PDP. The spokesperson came out, I listened to him already, and I watched him on television, said, justice has been done. That judiciary is truly the last hope of the common man. And that they upheld the rule of law. Why? Because the judgment favored them. Or the ruling or whatever favored them. But where it goes against them in the next sitting, what is you're going to hear from them is that judiciary is the problem of Nigeria. So this is a lesson I'm learning from this. And all of us should learn it. When you begin to blame the judicature for all the problems of Nigeria that has been in existence for close to 100 and something years, since 1914. When you talk about the president, the judiciary, nobody else. You can see the reason why the judiciary is the problem of Nigeria. 2, let me just explain to them. They jubilate when court rule for them. Now look at what happened in Edo State. A faction in PDP, because I don't know why they are jubilating. It was not the APC that brought this suit against Asue Ighodalo. It was a faction, a factional leader, or let me say a faction of PDP led by Asue Ighodalo. Asue Ighodalo was even one time chairman of PDP in Edo State. He contested the Guba, race with Asue Ighodalo and others. But somewhere, somehow, like the Nigeria storyline, which is Newsline, what happened was that Ighodalo was asthmated, open and close, and he lost the ticket albeit, maybe in controversial manners, as he posited. And Ighodalo was now declared the winner of that particular election. Like as it is normal, where politicians scarcely accept defeat, whether at the local level, state level, or national level in Nigeria, politicians scarcely accept defeat. In an election, they feel they are the one that should be the one that defeating other people. When they defeat others, no, they don't want to complain. But when you defeat them, they come out to complain. So he rushed to court. When he got to court, he lost. At the lower court, Federal High Court. Federal High Court, he went to Court of Appeal. When he went to Court of Appeal, main issues that were to be decided were these. The lower court said they don't have jurisdiction to handle this matter. And illegalese and legal engineering, the moment a court lacks jurisdiction, you cannot build on that particular foundation because the court lacks jurisdiction. So the court rightly so said they don't have jurisdiction. And they gave the reason why they said they lack jurisdiction. And the reason is that the moment, for instance, in an agreement, there's an arbitration clause. In an MOU, what Nigerians call MOU or agreement, the moment there's an arbitration clause that if parties have disputes between themselves or amongst themselves, you have to exhaust all tools of arbitration to see whether you can get somebody to mediate and reconcile. It is only when you have exhausted those means that you can now have recourse to file a suit in court. So in political balance in Nigeria today, I don't know why they have to do that. But when PDP says a family affair, maybe that is why they have to insert that in their constitution, just like any other constitution that other political parties do have. Now, look at what happened. Under the PDP constitution, they said any aggrieved candidate in an election that took place either in the world, local, state, and national level, if you are aggrieved, you have to use the dispute settlement mechanism of the political party before you now go to court. The court said that Anselm Jesua did not exhaust this medium of dispute resolution. Therefore, the court cannot come in. It's only when it has exhausted them that the court can now begin to say, okay, let us see whether your rights were breached or whatever the case may be. But Jesua and his lawyers were now arguing that you do not even wait. I do not need to wait under section 46 sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution for my right to be breached before I will seek remedy. Another section 46 sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution to sub 2, it says so that the moment I feel that my right is about to be breached by anybody at all, deny my right, I do not need for that right to be executed. I can approach the court. But the court said this is the reason. Go back. And the second plank on which they placed the argument was that they even had to go to arbitration. They now, exhibited letters that were written to the dispute resolution, committee of the party. But the court now said, going through these letters we have seen, there is no way you put a petition that they should look into this particular matter. Only raised eyebrow about the whatever. It is not sufficient, for you to now say you have exhausted it. Finally, on this, the court now said that assuming this is true, that you even approach the lower committee dispute resolution, that you did not avail yourself when you felt, not satisfied with the lower committee's decision. You did not approach the appeal, committee, the appellate committee of the political party, whatever, to now put your case before them. You obviated them, circumvented them, and now approached us. So we cannot fight your fight for you. go back to that party and go back. So that was how the matter was last looked at. The Court of Appeal, upheld the lower court's decision, and there's nothing there. So I don't say anything to celebrate there. 2, the only thing they have to look at where celebration will come, and they cannot tell APC is because of the fact that even as I sit down to talk here today, there's a pending forgery matter against Asue Ighodalo, and that is very crucial. And that forgery case matter is that he forged, a voter card, which he used in registering, in his place in Ewowimi in Edo State. Whereas he has never voted in that place, but he has been voting in Lagos. So that is where the crux of the matter is. So PDP has to go to that particular court. I don't know how they're going to work that out. That is where the bone is that is hanging on their neck. A decision given by the lower court, federal court, I think they are going to give a decision before September 21st. If they give a favor and say yes, he is found culpable, he will be disqualified under the Electoral Act or whatever, unless and until he goes on appeal, etc., as case may be. So that is the crux. It's not even this one. You understand? So let me put that record straight. So for their celebration, it's okay. You can celebrate. But in philosophy, we call it Pyrrhic victory. You understand? That is a short-lived, it might be a short-lived celebration. So that is the situation.
All right. Now, the PDP in Edo State, they are very confident of, winning the forthcoming Guba elections. In your opinion, Asims, what do you see happening now? Do not forget, recently, that a group came out to tell Obaseki, they gave him 7 days to apologize to the Oba of Benin. Isn't that also going to play, considering that Benin is an ancient kingdom and the Oba has stronger loyalists, isn't that going to a large extent affect the outcome of the polls against PDP in the forthcoming elections?
Absolutely. In election period like this, a little tickle might upstage the apple cart. Certainly is going to have an effect in the Guba election coming September 21st. Now, I will be in Edo between that period to know exactly what is going on, but I want to say with due respect that apart from power of incumbency, I don't see Obaseki or Asue Ighodalo, doing something unto us, or maybe that we, create a tsunami of sorts in Edo State. I believe that Edo State is like a potpourri, of issues. Very convoluted, at times in state of flux, and at the other time, it becomes very amoebic. It has no shape. So, what has to happen? Why am I saying this? Do you know that a poll that was conducted by a TV station, a popular TV station, in Edo State, showed that the Labour Party candidate, Osagbovo Akpata, is the one leading. That is in terms of the polls. Opinion of Vox Populi. You understand? And if you look at what has been going on right now, the PDP and APC are at daggers drawn in Edo State. Each of them holding each other by his jugular vein. Now, what is going to break the tie is that I spoke with some of my people and they said they are tired of PDP. They are tired of APC. That PDP has ruled Edo State more than APC has ruled. And they gave APC the power and the opportunity to see whether they can bring a better pedestal of governance. But at the end of the day, they were not disappointed. So, in effect, what I'm trying to say is that the conservative, political supporters of PDP, APC, we have their day to go to vote. But the deciding votes will be those people who are neither here nor there, what we call chikwata, who are neither here nor there. They are not for APC, they are not for a PDP. But you find them, some of them, running around the candidacy of the Labour Party by virtue of the fact that let us see if we can try this man, having tried these two before. So these people are going to be those who will decide. And those people are not party, they don't have any party. That is the non-indigenous, as they call them in every Nigerian city. The Igbos there, the Hausas, etc., whose only stake is to watch their business boom. If Edo State is going to run away, those people are the ones that will decide the vote in Edo. Because some of them did not pretend with any of those generic candidates. Asue Ighodalo is a generic one. If you look at Okpebolo, is generic. Akpata, it's a man who are grounded, born and bred in Edo like myself. That is why you see we call ourselves son of the soil. But there are those of us who are together as son of the soils right now. We are going to pitch tent with either APC or PDP because we know where the shoe pinches us. But mark this word that I'm saying today, that the people that will decide these votes are those non-indigenous, as they call them in our cities and states, in Edo State. They are in very large number. And I believe that is the reason why you see the APC had to approach them and try to curry their favor. Labour Party had to curry their favor. And the obedient wing of the Labour Party, though some of them moved out and said they are not supporting Labour Party in Edo State, but we still have a large chunk who still believe in the philosophy of P2B. Because P2B came to campaign for Olumide Akpata. And if P2B should go before campaigns end, because we are pleading with him to go back to Edo and see maybe a week before campaign end to go and sensitize again and let that particular scent and euphoria, remain as a perfume on the clothes of voters that will not wear off until 21st of September. They will not go there and decide. So it's a tricky one for me. But in the overall overview, from what I've assessed, popularity, etc., problems in and without the two political parties, I think the APC has an edge. Why am I saying this? The Oba Bini categorically has castigated the Governor Obaseki. He has also openly castigated Olumide Akpata when he told him plainly to his face that who told you are the son of the soil, son of the palace. It was a viral video that went around. He said, you cannot call yourself, I don't know you as a son of this palace. But there are those who have gone there and he received them. Those who said they are people from the palace, he received them. So it's a signal to them. The last time they tried going there to go and campaign, I think nobody did not ever come out to see the PDP candidate. So that is the situation. Two, is that if you look at what is going on, the battleground, the key battleground like we have in the US, is those areas, Okpevo local government that later become Esan South, Esan West, Esan South, Esan Central. Ubiaja, Uromi, Ekpoma. These people are from these two leading candidates are from this particular central. And Ewohimi is where Asue is from. And Okpebolo is from Uromi or something like that. So if you look at what is going on, the votes there will be shared. Because political colossuses in those towns are emerging and realigning. Like just recently, Sergius Ogun, a popular member of the House of Reps, who he didn't go back, but it's a honorable member of the House of Reps before, declared for the People's Democratic Party. He was in Labour Party before. He declared for the People's Democratic Party yesterday, 2 days ago, that he wants to support Asue Ighodalo. Then you now go to the Central 2, you have seen that the Aneni family are now aligning. Some of them, Onoso and the rest are now aligning with the APC. This Aneni is from Uromi. And Okpebole is from that Uromi. So the family of Aneni is a very powerful family in the Uromi there. So they are now aligning and trying to see how they can support APC. Then you now go to Edo North. That is a no-go area for PDP. They are going to scrape some points for votes on there. But it's going to be like drawing water from the rock, as the case may be in Edo State, because Oshomole is there. All the Titans, as they call them, Igodomigudos, are there. Oshomole is there. Filishaibu is there. Akpata is there. Akpata Sin is there. Then you now see people like even this controversial Dan Obi, who said, yes, I'm still with PDP, but he hobnobs with APC. Kasim Afebwa, you understand? Janet Itenebe. These are names that you can't go through. It's impermeable for the APC in Edo State. So it's going to be a tough one. In Edo South, Obaseki has problems. He has to fight Osaze Yamu. He has to fight Pius Odubu. He also has to fight the Ighodalo family. The Ighodalo family's daughter, Onosede, who was in the House of Reps too, a PDP protege, came out and said, my father, I told my father, look up, I've told my father and my brother that I am now declaring support for APC and Monday Okpebolo. And Lucky Ighodalo, the SY governor of Edo State, is also in support of APC silently because he does not participate in PDP affairs. Likewise, the Samuel Benin, as the case may be. So, the Ogbemodia family also is going to battle with all those people. These are things we can analyze whatever for the next 2 hours. I might not get to the root of, but I know that it's going to be a very tough fight, topsy-turvy. But I believe that maybe, like I said, deciding factor will be those people who are not aligned.
The non-indigenous.
The non-indigenous. But certainly, the way it's going, people's mandate will go to the APC, in my own prediction.